I'll go with this as my official pick. 8-1. Arcangelo. At Belmont Park, won the Peter Pan Stakes. That's 1 1/8 miles. Arcangelo coming off back-to-back wins, one of the better jockeys out there, Javier Castellano, riding Arcangelo. I'm going Arcangelo 8-1, Angel of Empire 7-2. So I'm certainly going to have those horses and some of my exotics like exactas, trifectas, and all that. On the Derby, I'm going to go with Mage 2 for a little bit of value. The 8 horse, and I'll take him to win as well. I got to give a Preakness winner since I had Mage at 15-1. Man, there's like no interest in this. This is part of the reason we have not talked about it this week. I'm going with National Treasure, 4-1. Bob Baffert gets it done again. Not allowed to run in the Derby, but he can run in the Preakness. He gets his 8th Preakness if National Treasure brings it home. John Velasquez, your jockey, one of the better ones out there. 4-1 is my play there. This might be the only time in my life where I'm in this position. And but the most important part here is not winning the Triple Crown. That's not it. The most important part is getting Chelsea upset, because she doesn't like it when other people win. She doesn't want to hear any promo of anybody else on the network winning.
Oh, yeah, Monday again. When I have to
she
go
brought it
on
up to me today.
Good.
Well,
it's always good. If you're going to trash someone, you better do it to their face.
Yeah. It's like,
okay, what happened?
In the darkness. She likes to live in the darkness. She likes to be mad at everything. And, I'm just...
So, Ed, usually on Mondays, they ask what we're going to be talking about, and I'll typically be like, Joe won again. She's like, I always have to hear about this guy winning. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, it's all ongoing.
Well, then you tail the genius so that you're also a winner. Like, I mean,
or
I get
you listen to the show. Listen to the show, people.
She's not going to do that either. She'd rather just get mad at
valuable insights here.
But listen, we also talk about when we
show after us on our network would lose more. Like, is that that's kind of what we're
That's
saying.
kind of the message that's sent. Yes.
Yeah.
I
told her, insider tip, we're smart. We have our producers turn off the promos that are airing. Now, maybe it's to our detriment because we end up talking during the breaks instead of hearing it in our ears the entire time. Jake turned it down. Oh, that would be a lot for us.
I think Double D boosts the promos, so that's all they hear. Like, they hear whatever's going on over the network. We don't hear any of that.
Joe Ostrowski wins again.
So she's like, not only is she mad, she's probably slept 3 hours the night before because she's got to talk about the basketball and the hockey games that end up going late, especially last night with overtime when you have situations like that. Not only is she probably annoyed with that, and then she's getting annoyed with the promo about somebody else getting a bet right. What the hell? Come on, Chelsea.
I love it.
Be happy for people. So, yeah, I don't care about winning money. I just care about upsetting Chelsea at this point. So that's why I've been studying up on the Belmont Stakes this week.
The way I see this, and this is the same thought that I've had all playoffs long, if you like the underdog here, you might as well take them on the money line, and they're plus 140, Aaron. And that, to me, is the play, is take Miami on the money line, but then the Nuggets can take care of the rest of the series and win this in 6. And perhaps it's a little anticlimactic that way, but it will be fun to see people overreact to what they may see tonight.
I want to go back to the total because I've been betting the first half under. So game 1 was 101. Game 2 was 108. Game 3, 101. And we were talking about it on the show before game 3. It was 110, then it went down to 108, then it closed at 106.5. Right now, for this next game, it's kind of all over the place. There's 106.5, there's 106, there's 105.5. Any thoughts on a first half under again?
I wouldn't talk you out of it. Like, it's probably not the zigzag theory example that we want it to be. I think I'm okay with.
I just kind of feel like it hit the first 3 games. Maybe it's time to stay away and just not get too
there's
greedy
that too.
about it,
Yeah.
you know?
Threes made leader. Jamal Murray has the shortest odds at -135, but he's trailing Gabe Vincent by 2 made threes, and Vincent is at even money. But then you look down the board, Duncan Robinson at 55-1, Max Strus at 80-1. I'm curious if this series does go, say, to 6 to 7 games, eventually that value is going to dissipate with Robinson and Strus, and chances are Miami won a game or two because they went off shooting a bunch of threes. Do you see any value there?
Yeah, actually, I don't hate the Duncan Robinson nod. I mean, that's all his shot attempts, 4.7 3-point attempts on almost 6 field goal attempts. So, I mean, 90% of shots come from 3. He's only played 21 or fewer minutes, though. So that's kind of my concern with Duncan Robinson. But when he comes in, he's instant offense. And that's really what Miami's needed at some point. So, I wouldn't hate a stab there. Gabe Vincent, he's getting all the volume. I mentioned Michael Porter Jr. was a guy I was looking at for this market. He's got the volume, but, crap the bed, as they say. I can't say what I really want to say. But Gabe Vincent looked good the first 2 games, 5 of 10, 4 of 6 from 3. He only won 1 of 6 last game. You expect that to come up this game. So he's a guy, you're getting over 2.5 threes tonight. Not a bad bet to the over whatsoever. So, yeah, I certainly think Gabe Vincent's worth a play. If the series gets longer, Robinson could be worth a sprinkle. But Jamal Murray, I mean, I've been so impressed in how aggressive he's been this entire NBA postseason. He's probably the guy that's going to pull away. He was the favorite in general. So I'd probably lean towards him because no matter what, he's going to be shooting first, second, third, fourth quarter. Gabe Vincent may be a little bit tedious when it comes to Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo playing so well.
You want to talk about luck? Yeah. 10 in a row, 7-0 this year in the playoffs. So now with Vegas, it happened. Twice it happened at Carolina, right? Impossible to win on the road. Twice it happened against Toronto. Twice it happened at Boston. They also won, Ed, with 23 shots on goal in the game. You can't lose that game if you're Vegas. That is brutal. Brutal. The game felt kind of brutal until we got to the very end there with tying it up near the close. And then, of course, what occurred in overtime. But Florida's in it. And it's not the path that we expected, Aaron, because you figured for the Panthers to win, to get back into the series, it had to go back to Bobrovsky standing on his head, and that's not what occurred. It was just Vegas giving it up here at the end. Florida wins, going 0-for-5 on the power play.
This Panthers team just loves overtime. They're calling themselves the Cats. No matter how many lives they have, they just know they don't have any quit, and they just embrace that overtime situation. So I think it's interesting because it's almost like Vegas fans were planning the parade already, and now it's we got ourselves a series. I love it. This Panthers team has just defied the odds. It's hard not to like them.